What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's really going to help us out, guys. It's not much that we ask for, but we do ask that you are at least subscribed, dropping a comment, dropping a like. Again, it's really going to help us out. So going forward into this video, we're going to be talking about the upgrade that's currently up for vote for discussion for payment, and it is a two-part proposal, and we're going to be going over all of the ins and outs. And for those of you who don't understand what this upgrade's about, you're surely going to understand it by the end of this video. So we are, as a validator, supporting this upgrade. I don't have a validator for LUNCDash. I don't think it's appropriate, but LUNCDash would definitely vote in support of something like this. And don't forget, guys, if you're still using Station Mobile, get rid of it. Start to use LUNCDash Mobile. It's on iOS and Android, and it's available ready built for LUNC and USTC holders. So again, there is the initial proposal up, which is going to be that software chain upgrade that I spoke about. We were actually waiting for this in order to go through and propose, hopefully burning that 1.86 billion USTC, which is looking very shaky at the moment, if I don't mind saying so. So going forward, like I said, there is a spend proposal for the first phase of Orbit Labs removal of the forked modules, and like I said, I'll be explaining absolutely everything. Now, this was back on the 17th of October 2024, as you can see there at the top, and the Terra Classic codebase currently at that time using several forked versions of the Cosmos modules to accommodate its unique features. These forks have caused the codebase to become increasingly diverged from the upstream modules, increasing maintenance costs as long as it persists. With the current versions of Luna Classic and the upstream modules, we now have the opportunity to remove the forked modules maintained by the Terra Classic team, integrate the standard upstream modules, and port Terra Classic specific changes to the Terrad module itself. So what we're actually looking at here is a lot of positives. Increased maintenance costs, that's going to be completely removed. You're going to be back in line with the broader Cosmos. It should remove any restraints that are remaining left on the development side of things. And of course, we're going to be removing any of those security flaws and those security risks that are very inherent in the Cosmos. We've seen as Luna has been hacked, I think, for a considerable amount of money. I can't remember how much. We'd need to go back and dive into that, but they did suffer a pretty severe hack, and I think it was all to do through those IBC connections, which are vital when trying to defork a blockchain and bring it in line with the broader Cosmos. That's what the broader Cosmos is, and it's all intercommunicated through IBC channels. So what we're actually talking about here is phase one. Unfork Comet BFT from Terra to the mainline version, and that's going to involve updating the consensus engine to align with the version of Comet BFT. Obviously, they've been doing extensive testing, and that's why it's happened from the beginning phase of the 17th of October to this very day, only getting through that first phase. You've got the update of the Cosmos SDK. This is all going to be stuff that's very finite, that realistically you don't really need to know, being on the user base side of things. But from my perspective, it's always good to be in the loop, guys. Move the Oracle and staking logic to Terrad, refactor the Oracle module to be compatible with the updated Cosmos SDK to ensure all Terra Classic specific Oracle functionality is preserved. So for a lot of you who are really looking for the bullish breakdown as to why this is so beneficial for our entire ecosystem, it's very, very simple. As we're beginning to build out our blockchain, what we want to do is be as attractive as possible, so people on the outside looking in can see all of the different people that are building. For example, Juris, Selenium, LUNCDash, the USTC Ceramic Repeg team. All of these things start to set a bit of a positive precedent where people might feel more inclined to come and launch their products inside our ecosystem. And what we want to do is be in line as best as we can with the broader Cosmos ecosystem. We're talking around 105 chains in total, and you're looking at a $37 billion market cap. Could we, as an ecosystem, capture some of this market cap? Absolutely. But to be more in line with the broader cosmos, we need to go in and we need to defork our ecosystem so we can begin communicating with all of these other blockchains, because currently we're not in line with many of them. As you can see, putting Terra Classic at the middle here, seeing Osmosis, Noble, Axelar, Cosmos hubs, some of the very basic chains, Migaloo, we could do a lot better. And more importantly, opening as many of these IBC communication lanes is going to be vital when trying to attract people that understand our ecosystem, because we're built on the Cosmos SDK, the same as the majority of the chains. So it's familiar. Now, with familiarity, you need to provide that seamlessness, and that's what the Cosmos has the ability to do through IBC channels. And we can start to set up these relayers, we can start to set up swapping pairs. So someone from Axelar could simply go, okay, Lunar Classic's actually looking very interesting at the moment. I'm going to swap all of my Axelar, or 50% of my Axelar, into Terra Classic, and maybe I'm going to bet on Juris. Maybe I'm going to get involved with the mirrored asset on Selenium. You know, you've got these opportunities that start to unfold. And again, something like LUNCDash can facilitate all of the different moves that should be performed inside our ecosystem. So when it comes down to this deforking, guys, I really cannot stress how bullish this is for us overall, especially with Project Remedy, because what we're doing is essentially creating a brand new sector, not just inside Terra Classic, but inside the Cosmos ecosystem itself. And if it is successful, it will begin to attract people from the Cosmos Hub, from Noble, Osmosis, Gravity Bridge, Migaloo, all of these different chains, even Lunar at this point. We could begin to attract people from A to B, and B being Terra Classic, because what we need to understand, and the reason why Luna and UST did so well, was because there was an opportunity there to make money, whether it was through the mint to burn mechanism, restoring the peg or bringing the peg back down, or staking, you know, your Luna, getting 20%, using Anchor, getting that further 19.8%. You know, there were all of these opportunities to make money. If we can provide users the tools so they can create things to make money, you're going to see a lot more people head towards Terra Classic. And if we want to see more of the Cosmos ecosystem, if we want to see even a percentage of this $37 billion Cosmos network market cap, well, then we're going to need to continue with the deforking, and we're going to need to help ease this thing in line. Because again, if you guys don't perceive it as bullish, the external people that do not perceive it as bullish, the market does not perceive it as bullish. In order for you to be bullish, you need to be able to understand how important those IBC connections are. And really, when I look at this, and if you were to ask any developer to break this down and say, you know, what's most important here, they would probably say security first, because they're a developer, but it's the bringing and the standardizing of our blockchain against the Cosmos again, bringing us more in line. We are far more compatible with that entire map of zones that I showed you, where we're not currently compatible with 105 of them, but we could be in the future. And with different projects like Juris, like Selenium, the ceramic USTC repeg that's possibly coming in the future, the tools to facilitate it that have been built by people like Hexagon, LUNCDash, myself, even Kepler, everything is there, and everything is starting to walk towards this major convergence point. And Project Remedy, like I've said a few times now, is a two-part solution, but they are two tools that work together in tandem, and they are designed to only use Lunar Classic. They are only designed to serve this ecosystem, and it's going to be absolutely insane just thinking about how many new users we could attract. This is going to be a big jump for our blockchain. Essentially, we're going from dial-up to wireless with Project Remedy. It's going to be nuts. It doesn't exist inside the Cosmos, and I'm aiming to attract in some of that $37 billion market cap. And I know Juris and Selenium and the ceramic repeg are going to try to do the same. And hopefully we can start to see more intercommunication between all of these different chains. But it's going to take a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of governance proposals. And I have no doubt you guys are used to this at this point, but it's not easy. If there's one thing this chain has taught me at this point, It's patience. It is waiting for the right opportunity to pounce, having the correct tools to impress the right people, to bring more people from outside the ecosystem inside the ecosystem, whilst also attracting that Cosmos network market cap. It's so important to attract like-minded people. But again, guys, Project Remedy is bringing in an entirely new user set. We are working with some of the bigger players in the space. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fabulous. I think you guys are going to 100% love it. And I think each and every one of you are going to use and utilize it. And you're probably going to make a good amount of profit in the future. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but I'm very, very bullish for Project Remedy because of the fact by the time we get to that launch phase, all of this deforking is going to be fully underway. So what are you really looking towards when it comes to what happens next? Well, guys, it's going to be phase 2, and I was speaking to my confidants, different developers, my own development team, asking them about how extensive this phase 2 is going to be. And yeah, it's more extensive than phase 1. There's a lot more work that goes into it. There's going to need to be a hell of a lot of testing, and we're going to need to do a fair few videos to break it down for you guys, but we'll do it. We'll keep you up to date, and I'll just try to keep you guys as informed as possible. Hashtag Project Remedy. Don't forget to check out LUNCDash. It's available on Android and iOS. And hey, if you're not delegating with us, consider it. We're here for the LUNC blockchain and only the LUNC blockchain. Even when it comes down to launching our own L2, it still only uses and utilizes LUNC. Guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.